Hey everybody, my name's Zach. I'm going by C.H. Darrieu as my author name. I just published my first book, sort of a book. It's a 15,000 word rap/poem about life and free will, how, and the void and nothing. See that? It says it right there. How? We're doing let's call it a not so autocomplete interview. Let's see the first question. How did you get into writing? Is that going to work? How did I get into writing? So I was probably 18 years old. Yeah, 18, maybe 19. I was living in Fort McMurray, Alberta, and I had a job cutting grass where the mind would wander. I was listening to a lot of rap at the time. A lot of rap. Back then I was just discovering Earl Sweatshirt. That's who I was listening to a lot at the time, among others, J. Cole. And anyway, so I was cutting grass and thoughts would wander, and I think the first thing that I wrote was something about admire the deer from afar, lest you disturb it. I don't remember the exact line, but it was something along those lines. But yeah, cutting grass. Do you write every day? When I'm working on something, I try to. Even if I don't get to the laptop, I'll try to make some notes in my phone or at least be thinking about it at the very least. Here and there, I might even take a week off. This took months. So I take time off, but here and there. For the majority of the time, it's as much as I can, which is only a couple hours at once, partially because my laptop is exploding right now. I need a new laptop on Amazon, but partially I just get worn out after a couple hours and I start writing things that aren't my best, almost a waste of time. So 2 hours, and then I'll do 2 hours later, and then maybe 2 hours later if it's a good productive day. So most days. What inspired? Oh no, I guess that would be not covered up. What inspired? Yeah, what inspired? Therefore, I rap. So I was walking around the house. I just wanted to write something. It had been a little while. It had been a while, and I was just trying to think of a line. Others rap like they're hungry, and I thought, what do I rap like? If others rap like they're hungry, I rap like I'm beyond hungry. What's beyond hungry? I rap like I'm. So the line I came up with was, others rap like they're hungry. I rap like I just downed my last scantling of pride and felt it dissolve tongue deep. Felt it dissolve tongue deep. That's the line that set this whole thing off. That's the line that probably this far in, I wish I never thought of. There it is right there, page 4. Others rap like they're hungry. I rap, I'm beyond hungry. Like I just downed my last scantling of pride. That's all I have to eat. I'm so hungry that I ate the last of my pride, right? I'm so hungry that I ate the last of my pride and felt it dissolve tongue deep, which means it didn't even go down. It didn't satiate that desperate hunger that led me to eating my last scantling of pride. But then it's also, I rap like my last bit of pride that I wanted to have here, dissolved here, on my tongue, which is where the words are coming out. That's, yeah. Yeah, that's what inspired Therefore I Rap. Who is my favorite author? Can I say Bill Watterson? When Calvin and Hobbes are on the wagon and they're having the deep conversations, that's inspiration for this for sure. When they're contemplating, they do stuff like free will, like I'm doing here, for sure. Am I in charge of my actions? A lot of stuff, am I judged from what I do or what's inside? Just lots of, Bill Watterson, lots of philosophical things, usually in the wagon, which I read in one of the extended books that, like, not extended, the special edition books. He's got the text in the bottom explaining some of the things sometimes. And one of the things that he said was when they're going to have a deep conversation, he would put them in the wagon to make it visually interesting, which is probably, not unique to him, but first time I had read that, and it was very cool. So yeah, Bill Watterson, lots of reasons. Him hiding, he didn't even show up in the "Where's Bill?" right? We never found him. Don't buy his merchandise. It's not his. Question 5. Do you have a favorite line? Well, the tongue deep one is up there, but I think that what is it? I want to say edged it out. Edged it out? Don't take this out. Take this out. I know words. Here's the favorite line. Our lives may keep as lack of dust, shaped like old guns when terror knocks at last. That's my favorite. Question 6. Do you have a favorite chapter? Yeah, it's chapter 10. Maybe I'm Life. But you can't just skip to it. You have to read the whole thing. It starts on page 45. And yours might be another one, depending on if you like the deeper stuff, or the book starts off lighter if you like rap. If you like the deeper stuff, you might like some of the beginning or some of the end. There's stuff in the middle throughout, but most of the lighter rap stuff is more towards the beginning. This is sort of, chapter 10 is when it's taken a turn and it's getting a little bit more thoughtful. But yeah, my favorite is chapter 10. I've thought about free will a lot. Me expressing how I feel about it. The character in here goes through what I go through, which is very confusing. Chapter 10, it goes through, am I in charge of me? It's, if I'm not me, then who am I? It gets into it. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna do it here, but there's way more than just chapter 10. Here, if I had to pick one more. Chapter 22. Yeah, chapter 22. Out of 25, 22 is good. Question 7. Favorite thing about writing? Wordplay and rhyming. Yeah, big fan of rap. Can I use both of those? I'm going to. Question 8. Do you use an outline? No, I was constantly wishing I did, but it felt impossible to get to the thought of what this entire thing would be without working through it piece by piece. It was like for a couple months, for sure, every day that I wrote on it, let's say 5 days a week, every day I would go, I would end the day with, now I know what it's about. Tomorrow, something completely different. Like, now I know what it's about, and it's not even close to what yesterday was. Next day, now I get it. The ideas that I bounce between, like, I can't say any of them because they're sort of all in here. Especially the ending. The ending is the ending sort of honors a lot of different things that I had going on in my head as the ending, or a lot of different, it honors a lot of possible endings that I thought were endings for a day and then the next day. So I wish I used an outline, but I also feel like I wouldn't have been able to sit there and come up with the idea. Everything seems simple once you work your way through it, piece by piece by piece by piece. It seems simple at the end of it. Why couldn't I just have thought of this? Like, he was an alien the whole time. That's not what this is. I can say that, or it was all a dream. Why didn't I could just come up with that at the beginning? It would have been way easier. Yeah. So no outline. I said next time I'm using an outline, but I probably won't. Question 9. How did you get the title? Maybe partway through May or something? Beginning of May. I was convinced this was done. It was 5,000 words instead of 15,000, and those 5,000 words ended with, "Therefore I rap." That was the last line of the poem, and then I took a few weeks off, or maybe a month. I was convinced I was finished, but it was still eating at me. I had not done justice to that tongue line. I owed it. I owed that line something. That's how I felt. Yeah, so I took out the "Therefore I rap." It was no longer the ending, and it may or may not be in here. It's not, but it's the title now. It's the essence of the book. Question 10. Will you be reading reviews? Yeah, I'm going to read them all. And comments as well. I'll be reading comments. Question 11. Will the price ever change? It's $8.99 right now. Not a ton, and that's Canadian. $6.99 American. Yeah, if it starts selling like crazy, then I'll probably up it so I'm making, $1.50 instead of 50 cents. It's not going to jump to $20. It's only 15,000 words. So when you buy this, that's 50 cents for my 2 cents. Huh? My 2 cents gets me 50 cents. That's how it works. 50 cents. Come on. Oh, it's not to you. It's $8.99. So if it'll also be on Kindle and Kindle Unlimited. So if you want to read it there, if that's easier. And I don't know, I haven't priced the online book yet, but cheap. It'll be cheap. Question 12. What's next? I might write a sequel to this, or I might move on to something else. I have at least one idea that sort of has an outline. Sort of actually has an outline. We'll see how this gets received, and that will help dictate what I do next. I don't think there's any turning back after this, so there will be more. This is the CH Darrieu channel. This is where things happen. Question 13. We're way at the bottom here. Do I wish to elaborate on the ending? Yes. Question 14. When will I? When the whole world is ready. But I wish I could talk about the ending the same way I get to talk about the scantling of pride line. I wish I could talk about the ending. When everyone's ready. That's when I'll do it. Final question, question 15. How can the audience stay in touch? That's what this YouTube channel is for. I'll be reading the comments here. What I'll be doing on this YouTube channel is just, for a while, I'll be maybe doing some readings from this, explaining some more lines, like that scantling of pride, without giving away too much. I'm going to make some shorts, just try and get a couple of eyes on it. In the back of this book is contact information for me. So if you have a question about something, you want to talk about something without spoiling what's going on for people in the comments, then yeah, you can. I'm not going to give it on here, but if you get the book, in the back is a contact. Here, watch this. I'm looking at it right now. If you've purchased the book, you're gonna see that I'm looking at the right page. Now it's on the left, so this will seem fishy, but I see it. I see it right now. That's my contact. And it's wrong. I've updated it. So I'm not really looking at it, but it's in here if you pick up the book. So email me if you have any spoiler questions. And in the meantime, or otherwise, stay here. And I'll be doing more videos, maybe like this. Yeah, did we get it? Is everybody happy? That person? You? Bunch of people here. It's crazy. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm CH Darrieu. This is Therefore I Rap. Buy it on Amazon. It's going to be available. It is available now. If you're watching this, it's on Kindle. It's unlimited. It's a free unlimited Kindle book. It's a certain amount of money for an ebook. I haven't got into that yet. Canadian, it's $8.99. Welcome to the channel. If you write, stay writing. If you read, stay reading. And if you do something else, do that.